Okay, 8th grade, lesson 1-4. This is on page 27, evaluating square roots and cube roots. And so since you guys have learned about square roots and cube roots, you should be good to go. All right, I'm looking at page 28 here. And so it says, Leigh is building a birdhouse for purple martin birds that prefer cube-shaped birdhouses. What are the dimensions of each square piece of wood that she needs to build a 216 cubic inch bird house? And so it says draw and label a cube to represent the birdhouse. So they've done that. The volume of the cube is 216 inches cubed. And so you need to figure out, because remember when we're talking about volume equals length times width times height. And so that means it's going to be cubed, and 216 equals s cubed. Of course, we don't know what s is yet. It says a number that is a cube of an integer is a perfect square. And I think for mental math, I use 64. Well, if you multiply 4 times 4 times 4, you end up with 64, because 64 is a perfect cube. So the number 216 is also a perfect cube. And it says to find the value of s, find the cube root of 216. So on your calculators, I think I showed you guys this last week, but just the reminder, let's say you wanted to find the cube root of something. And so I'm just going to hit all clear to make sure everything's clear. And I'm going to put in, let's see, what is it here? 216. So I'll put in 216. Then I'm going to hit the shift key in the top left. And then I'm going to look for the cube root symbol, which is right there. And since I've hit the shift key, it's going to activate all these almost the light off yellow symbols. So I'm going to hit this one right here. And the cube root of 216 is 6. And now we could double check that if we wanted. We could do 6 times 6. Let me do an all clear here. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. All right? Of course, in the example here, they go through that. The cube root of 216 equals 6 times 6 times 6. And so the answer is 6. So I want you guys to try these right now. Write these down. So I want you to try, I want to know what the cube root of 729 is, 2,197, and 10,648. I'll pull sticks here in just a moment, and for some group points.
Can I use my calculator?
Yeah, you can use your calculator, because I want you guys to get used to doing that.
Okay.
So, all right, first one, 729. Mr. Wagner, what did you get? Yeah, nicely done. Put up 100 points. It's 9. And then 2,197. Miss Stimler, what'd you get? Haven't gotten it yet. Okay. Do you know how to do it? Okay. Do you have your calculator? Okay. So let's go through it. Okay. So the number is 2,197. So I'm going to put that in. 2,197. And if there's anybody else that's still they're not sure how to do it, follow along. So you've put in that number. Now you're going to hit the shift key. And when you do that, you're going to see that little word shift appear in the top left of the screen, right there. And now I'm going to press the cube root symbol, which is right there. And I'll press that button, and you get 13. Okay. The last one I want everybody to do is 10,648. Miss Clement, did you get it?
648 already?
It's 10,648. That's the number.
Is it 22?
22. Put up 100 points. You got it. 22 is the answer. So now everybody should be comfortable finding the cube root of any particular number using your calculator if you need to. So in the triad here, it says a cube-shaped art sculpture has a volume of 64 cubic feet. What is the length of each side of the cube? Well, here's this cube we're talking about. Okay? And they want to know the length of each side of the cube. So whatever that length is, it's going to be multiplied by itself 3 times. Well, maybe some of you, hopefully everybody, has already memorized what the cube root of 64 is. What is the length? Well, actually, let's just go over here. So what times what times what equals 64? Yeah, Mr. Rowland. 4. 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. 4 cubed is the same as 4 times 4 times 4. The cube root of 64 is 4. And the length of each one of these sides is 4 feet. Okay?
Is that you, Mr. Glacier?
You guys hearing more thunder?
Is that you?
That was not me. All right. Shh, shh, shh. Example 2. So here we have the cube root of 64 is 4. Cube root of 100. You guys should just know. Oh, I'm sorry. I went too fast. And this has caught me before. This is cube root because you see that little 3 symbol right there. Let me zoom in a little bit here. This is square root. Okay, what's the square root of 100? 10. 10 times 10 is 100. What's the square root of 49? 7. What's the cube root of 8? 2. Okay, so look at these here. This is cube root. I want you guys to do these. 4. This is square root. That's square root. That's cube root. All right, so do those real quick. Some of them you could just do off the top of your head, hopefully, if not all of them. All right, Mr. Mason, what is the cube root of 27? 9. No, good try. Mr. Sabati, what's the cube root of 27?
You have a calculator for this.
Hold up.
Too late.
Bridget.
Miss Lagarbo, what's the cube root of 27?
3.
3. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. Okay? Let me see here. Put up 100 points. Mr. Fletcher's not here. Mr. Holmes is not here. Mr. Thompson, what's the square root of 25? 5. 100 points. Miss Durgan, what's the square root, not cube root, but square root of 81? 9. 9 times 9 is 81. And then the last one, Mr. Hanley, what's the cube root of 1? 1. Because 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1. All right? Let's look at the bottom, the try it down there. Emily wants to buy a tablecloth to cover a square card table. So we're just talking about a table that's square. That's not a very good square, but it is what it is. Okay. And she knows that the tabletop has an area of 9 square feet. So the area equals 9 feet squared. What are the minimum dimensions of the tablecloth that she needs? And so we have 9 squared equals what? 3 times 3. And 3 squared is 9. So each side needs to be what? 3 feet. So 3 by 3 feet.
Mr. Creature?
Yeah.
In the example at the bottom, it said would it equal 3, because it's saying like 144 equals 12 times 12, which is 12 squared equals 12. So
Oh, you're looking at example 3?
yeah, in the example it says 12.
So what's the square root of 144? So it's 12 times 12, 12 squared, so it's 12. I'm not sure what you're asking
At
me,
the
Annie.
bottom, you put 9 instead of 3.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, thank you. Put up 100 points. That should be 3, not 9. You guys see that? That should be 3, not 9. All right. Here's what I want you guys to do.
No, not.
Okay. Do you understand how do you evaluate cube roots and square roots?
Yeah.
So I drew an arrow. Mr. Sabati, don't need the comments.
Wait, what? I'm not Mr. Djibouti.
I mean, yeah, Scroggins.
You forgot your name.
Yeah, well, it's just the two of you. You know, I'm always having to make comments back and forth, so I get the two of you
Really?
mixed
I've
up.
been quiet today.
Until just now. And now you're arguing with me and we're recording it. So be quiet. Okay. So, cube root right here, square root right here. So you can just write those down for number 1. Number 2, certain number is both a perfect square and a perfect cube. Will its square root and cube root always be different numbers? Explain. And the answer is no. If the number is 1, the square and cube root will both be 1. That was number 2. And then number 3, you can see it there. A cube shaped box has a volume of 27 cubic inches. Right off the bat, hopefully a lot of you or most of you can tell me if it's a cube-shaped box, what each length of the sides would be. Bethany says that the side of the cube measures 9 inches because 9 times 3 is 27. Is she correct? Explain your reasoning. And no, she's not correct because 9 times 9 times 9 is not 27 because 27 is the volume of the cube. But 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. And so I just wrote down an answer there. You can put it in your own words or just copy what I've got down. All right, I want you to circle number 4. And circle number 5. And it says, how long is each side of the infield? And we're talking about area. So don't get those two mixed up. They're talking about area. The area of this infield is 81 inches squared, this model. Number 6. Julio cubes a number and then takes the cube root of the result. He ends up with 20. What number did he start with? So I just wrote down this as an example, but I want you guys to finish it. So x times x times x equals z, or x cubed equals z. So the cube root of z equals, and remember they gave you a number, he ends up with 20. So just be thinking about that. Lots of thunder. All right, 7 and 8. Circle those. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. I want you to do all those. Look at number 10 here. The volume of a cube, volume equals 512. It's a cube. So here's our cube. It's a square. And they're asking, what is the length of each side? So here's one of the sides. What's the length? Well, you just got to figure out the cube root of 512. So I can come over here, and I can put 512, shift, and the cube root is 8. So what is the length of each side of the cube? So I'm going to put 8, yeah, and I heard somebody say it, inches. If you had just put 8, it would have been wrong. You need to label it. Mr. Sabati, you look amazed, like, wow. Are you good there? Okay, all right. All right, so 11, 12, and 13 also. Turn the page. 14, 15, 16 is a stick. 17, circle that one. 18, A and B, you can scratch out. I'm not worried about those. Questions, anybody?
No.
No? All right.